Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I have gotten so many questions about my hair lately, the growth, thickness, my hairline, and so I'm finally putting everything together in one video. I'll be sharing what actually worked for me and a few things that I genuinely think are worth the time and money. So if you guys are interested in this video, please keep watching. As some of you guys may know, I dealt with hair shedding in 2023 and 2024. When I got my lab results back, I was deficient in iron, vitamin B12, and vitamin D. Oh, and magnesium. Like, where the heck do you get magnesium? Once I read that, I was sad. I felt like I was grieving something that I had lost. That's when I realized I needed something more consistent, science-backed, and not just another tutorial or topical product. And one of the best things I invested in is red light therapy, specifically the Eye Restore Elite. It's clinically proven, FDA cleared, and dermatologist recommended. And it's designed to deliver results similar to in-clinic treatments, but just at home. Anything that is research-backed, I'm gonna pay attention to it. Everything else, I'll just kind of like scroll and be like, okay, yeah, that's a gimmick, that's nothing. This specific one has 2,500 milliwatts of total output, which is comparable to professional clinical treatments at a clinic. There are 500 total diodes, 300 lasers, and 200 LEDs, so you're getting the full scalp and hairline coverage. What I like the most about it is that it's non-invasive, it's drug-free, obviously, and it only takes 12 minutes a day, which makes it realistic to stay consistent. Whenever I would do, for example, my work, emails, watching TV, talking on the phone, I just put it on for about 12 minutes. Also, they have a clinical study that shows a 43% increase in hair count in just about 4 months. And I personally started noticing improvements in thickness and shedding as little as 3 months. Red light therapy is it. It is worth the investment because this is something I use long term. It's not a product I run out of, and it's not a temporary fix. The confidence that comes from feeling good about your hair again is priceless. Very, very pleased with this product. I'll be leaving everything in the description below. Make sure to check it out. The next thing I do is hair oiling. And when it comes to hair oiling, I used to think more was better. It would clog my follicles and I would notice more hair shedding. What I learned is how you oil and how often, and not drowning the scalp is what matters. So here is my oiling routine. I like to use these 3 oils. I mix them together. I apply it in this bottle that has like this really nice sectioning cone cap. And I like to focus the oil mainly on the scalp, not on my ends. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking nourishment, not saturation. I've always believed that healthy hair starts at the scalp. So if the scalp isn't healthy, the hair isn't gonna look that good. And for me, oiling has helped create more of a better environment for hair growth. It's kind of like more of a supportive step, not the main driver for regrowth, which is why I like to use red light therapy, because alone that can't stimulate the follicles at a deeper level. Another thing I like to do is scalp massaging and brushing. I like to brush my hair with a bamboo brush. Scalp massages is something I do almost every single day. Circular motions and the crown. The crown feels the best. Do that scalp stimulation. The goal is to increase blood flow and circulation to the scalp, which helps deliver nutrients, but I needed something stronger and more consistent to actually see growth. And I hope you guys can guess what I'm about to go into next, because it's nutrition and daily habits. I slacked off in 2023. I had a lot of Chick-fil-A. It was worth it. Topped it off with the stress that I had. I saw a lot of hair shedding that year. When I was in the shower and I would kind of like shampoo my hair and condition it, piles and clumps of hair would come out. When I went to cosmetology school, all my teachers drilled that hair is made out of protein. That never left my mind. So if I'm under eating or skipping protein meals, it's gonna show. Also, I mentioned before that I was iron and vitamin D deficient. I always say check what's going on internally before blaming your hair. One habit that's really supported my hair growth and overall health is drinking bone broth first thing in the morning. This is rich in collagen, amino acids, and minerals that help support my hair strength, skin elasticity, and gut health, which all play a role in healthy hair growth. I like to have it before my yerba mate because it gently nourishes my body and coats my stomach. So when I do have caffeine, it feels way less harsh on my system. And keep in mind that caffeine does increase cortisol levels, especially if you're drinking it on an empty stomach. Listen, no hate on you coffee lovers, but I do prefer yerba mate over regular coffee because it does have a natural source of vitamin B12. By the way, this is a superfood. It improves circulation, meaning more oxygen and nutrients that are delivered to my scalp. This is a well-known drink in South America, and at this point, I am technically South American. I've been drinking this for like over 15 years. Okay, on to my diet. So what I do is I look at my plate, I say, okay, I have protein, I have good fats, I have my vegetables, my vitamins, my minerals, some good carbs. It has to be a colorful plate. When I'm moving my body, I'm increasing blood circulation, which means that I have more nutrients and oxygen flowing to my scalp, which supports healthier hair growth. At the same time, exercising is going to help lower those cortisol levels. I had high cortisol levels in 2023 and 2024, and that contributed a lot to the hair shedding. I noticed when I decreased that with exercise, there was less hair shedding. And mentally, movement releases endorphins, the happy hormone. I love it. I love when I go for a nice sprint for like 30 minutes and then come back. I'm super happy. I want to give my positive energy to everybody. I want everybody to be happy, okay? Because if everyone's happy, then I'm happy. After COVID, I have a lot of brain fog and my brain is a little bit slow at processing things. It helps to clear that brain fog away. If our nervous system doesn't feel safe, we can't do nothing. We're stuck. So when I work out, I'm not only just doing it for my body, I'm doing it for my hair, my skin, my nails. He's camera shy. Are you camera shy? I love him so much to the point that I love his mom. I've never met his mom, but I love the fact that she gave birth to him. Like, I love him so much that I love his mom. I love your mom. The styles that I do, for example, I used to love doing the tight slick back at least like once a week. Whenever I didn't want to wash my hair, I was like, let me just do a slick back. That contributed to so much hair loss around my hairline. I remember also having omega-3 because my friend was taking omega-3 and she was like, oh my God, this grew my hair. So I started taking omega-3 and my face broke out. My system already had enough omega-3. I'm careful now with the supplements that I take as well. I like to take more of my nutrients in my food. I like to make sure that my mental health is in check. Hair loss and stress are very well connected together. I'm very lucky to have the people around me, my family members and friends. They really do support the best version of myself, and I did have to cut off a few people because my peace wasn't protected. So it's also really important for me to surround myself with a positive atmosphere. There are some people that just don't bring the best out of me. So when that happens, I notice that kind of stress really does affect my body to the point where I do feel nerve pain that kind of comes down my arms into my fingers. An unregulated nervous system can do to the body. It has that much power. Without doing these changes, no product or hair care routine was going to actually help with my mental health. I had to actually do the internal work, change my environment, and then all these other steps and topical products added to the growth. It's all like a cohesive plan. Hair growth does take time. There is no overnight miracle. What's made the difference for me is consistency. Being consistent with a new routine and lifestyle change is going to add up over months. Also, leave your comments and let me know what has worked for you in your hair care journey. I would love to read them. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.